Hey, what's good, family? I'm down here at the shop where the shit does not stop. One time, our 20 East podcast. You know I ain't said this in a while. I got a few videos that I think I'm gonna make since I haven't been here. I think the majority of my videos are tied to this shop actually. Cause I started doing this here, and ever since I've been slowed down on it, I ain't really been on my videos either. But I told y'all how things go for me, at least. But scattered ashes. A very important person kind of gave me this idea or this thought or this topic. And let me just tell y'all what happened, how I came up on this, just on the real. I wasted an ashtray one day in my den, and I had the thought for a second, just on the real, because it wasn't many ashes. It wasn't a whole lot of them. It was just a few, and I even had but I had the thought to just, like, you know what I'm saying, just scathe them over and they'll be gone. You know, it is what it is. Just spread them out, all kind of shit like that, and no one will ever know. Nobody will know that those ashes were ever right there wasted in that spot. Scattered ashes. And the thing about that is that nobody would. But me, I would. I would know that they were once there. Or right there in that one particular spot right there is where it is that I wasted them at. And instead of cleaning them properly, I just scattered them. You know what I'm saying? Scathed over them to where nobody else can see them. You know what I'm saying? Having a thought, although I cleaned it properly, but still the thought of it is what stuck in my head. And I think a lot of that has to do with our lives has to do with things like that right there, like scattered ashes. Things like that become a form of insecurity, whether we know it or not, but they do, because you know they were once there. You ever met somebody who was like just a dirty motherfucker? And even though if their house is clean, it still has the feel of dirty, because it's tied to them. And every essence of what it is that they are, their possessions will be as well. It shows, right? So it's like, say if they one of the motherfuckers who the way they clean up and shit like that, they'll just sweep shit up under the rug or put this here and all kind of, just get shit out the way to the point to where it can't be seen, although it's still messy. Throw a whole bunch of shit in the closet, just piled up in there, sweep shit up under rugs and just rinse dishes off, and I'm talking about shit like that, right? And that is just part of it. It lets off, or it gives that form of energy, uncleanliness. Just because you put the shit away in a way to where can't nobody see it, don't mean that it's not still there. And even if they don't even know it's there, you do. You know it's there. So mentally, it'll be an insecurity for you. Say if you done threw a whole lot of shit in the closet and some shit like that, and you showing your house or whatever the case is, but mentally you'll have a problem. What if they end up seeing this shit right here? You might not never say nothing about it, and they might not never find it or see it. But that's exactly what it's like, though. It'll be a mental insecurity for you, because it's what it is that you decided to do for that moment. Scattering the ashes, which is real. It's like creating your own demons, in a way. Creating things that haunt you, even if you know that they haunt you or not. Some people are comfortable in it. Some people don't mind. Some people wouldn't mind just scathing over and like, it is what it is, you know. But that leaves room for a filthy mind, a filthy house, a feeling of everything around you, and it's kind of engulfing. It starts to take hold of everything that it is that you have. If you don't keep control of what it is that you have in your life, or keep clean what it is you have in your life. If it's anything that you're doing in your life, keep it clean. Because for every action, there's a reaction. For every positive, there's a negative. For everything that you do, there's a result behind it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just scathing over and sweeping things up under the rug, of course that shit will end up building up to the point to where you have a huge problem. And that view works for just about everything that it is that we do. Take like my shop. When I first got this shop, inherited from my father, it was never just the best place. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been just the best, but it was home. That's what it was. And me coming in trying to do what it was that he did. Now, I'm not saying that I don't know how to do it, but that was never what it is that I did in life for a living. So in turn, in doing that, shit got messy as fuck. Real messy. To the point where I got cars everywhere, I got parts everywhere, I got all kind of shit like that. And my mind cannot rest. I can't think clearly. I can't even work if my area is not clean. I was taught to work that way. I always work in a clean area. So I can try to come through every now and then, but then it just get right back like that. Without me even thinking about it, just get like that. And it can end up down there, got to a point of catastrophe because of it. Because of not having control of it. And not thinking about how this shit is affecting my life. And whether I want it in my life, that form of work or anything like that. Nothing like that. Never thinking about it truly. Just stepping into those shoes. When I'm not even sure if that's my lane. Of course I know how to do this shit. But do I actually want to do it like that? You know what I'm saying? We need to think about our lives and think about what it is that we want and that we have passion for in our lives. What is it that we would want to care about, want to give that care about? Because it is very true. That's why people say do what it is that you know. They say do what you know, but you should truly do what you love. Because if you love it, you care for it, you respect it, take care of it. Things like that. Do what you love. Just like in relationships, if you truly love somebody, take care of that. Appreciate that. Maintain that. And that goes for both sides, men and women. If you truly love somebody, take care of them. Maintain and give them the maintenance that it is that they need, because we are people. We do require maintenance. And truly, we only want it from the people who we love or that love us. It's the only time that it's real. Instead of just scattering the ashes. Scathing over as if it's something that's going to help you in your life. And when it doesn't, it just builds up. It gets to a point to where it becomes a burden on you. We should clean up our lives. Majority of the things that it is that we go through because, and I'm not saying that we don't face adversity in a very odd way, but at the same time, it is what it is that we have. We can complain all we want to. Complaining ain't never changed shit. Ain't never changed nothing. What are you doing to change the situation? And it has to start with you. It has to start with your loved ones. Especially being men. It is on us. It has to start with us. Because initially we did lose control. You gotta start there. We have to clean up our lives. Clean up the women that we fool with. Clean up of that. Like, keep things clean. Keep them to a point to where when we look at it, we feel proud about it. I can't tell you how often I can't tell you how often I see. Let me tell you one thing I saw. I was at work one day out there, and went to the store, and I parked at the gas pump. Usually I eat at the gas pump, this and that, and it was this. I don't know if they were a couple or what. They were together. They're both of age to be able to be a couple, this and that, whatever the case is. And this dude got out, right? He gets out and he go into the store, go get what he gets, and then I'm just sitting there eating, you know what I'm saying, just watching things that go on around. He goes into the store, comes back out, get in the car, into the passenger seat, for one. Get into the passenger seat. And then this woman gets out. Bigger woman. Just honestly, she ain't shaped worth a damn. She don't look like much, whatever the case is. But at the same time, but he knows this, he's still with her. But at the same time, you can tell that she's used to it. Used to them going in at separate times and shit like that. She gets out and goes in, and then go pay for her gas, and then come back out. Pump her gas, and then get back in the car, and then they end up leaving. I'm like, damn, these people are together. Evidently, he's fucking with her. Real talk, he is. And probably in need of her. But yet, he has in her mind that she can't even go in the store with him at the same time. He don't want to be seen with her. And I can see this on him. I see it on her. I saw it on her face when she got out. You don't even want to be seen with her. But nigga, you hopping into the fucking passenger. For one, you hopping into the passenger seat. The fuck? She paying for her own gas, all kind of shit like that. Like, it makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. So why are you with her? If you're ashamed of her, why are you with her? I get it. But at the same time, what good does that do for you in the end when it comes down to it? What good does that do for her? If you're in need of her, then put her in a position where you can be proud of her, or start to work with her, or whatever the case is. Do something that you feel lead in a way to where it can make you feel a little bit better about being around her. Because what good does that do you mentally? What good does that do her mentally and spiritually? That's an incident. So on the fact that you as the male, you are with her. That's an insecurity for you. You don't want nobody to see her with you. Which is why you done put in her mind like, no, y'all gonna get out at different times, as if y'all not even together. That's an insecurity for you. And then in her mind, she ain't good enough anyway. So of course and she's a woman. Yeah, of course it's an insecurity for her too. Whole lot of negative scattering over type shit between the two. Instead of accepting something, it comes down to it. From what I saw, now I don't know that this here, what it is that I see is a exact truth, but let's be for real. Come on now. Like I saw the way that they were moving. Let's be for real. That's what it was. What if she can end up being that woman that's all for you? What if that's all for you? Evidently she is, because she's willing to feel worse for you. I'm not saying it's just taking sides of women when it comes down to it, because this same shit happens with men as well, or shit like this. But at the same time, this is the scenario. This is what I saw. What if she feels that, and she'll feel that way, and she's willing to feel that way for you? What if she is that woman that's actually rocking for you, truly like that? And the main thing that you're worried about is what it is that somebody else would see, instead of worrying about how it is that she would feel. What if you start to feel her with those words and that confidence and all kind of things like that, and she mentally and physically start to change? What if you work with her, take her to the gym, do this and that, or whatever, can't take yourself, because you was skinny as fuck too. But then boy, ain't come down to it. Like, why not do shit like that and lead in the way to where you can feel positive about what it is that you have chosen in your life, instead of holding on to it and keeping all that negative energy flowing? Why not do that? Because clearly she's the one that rocks for you. If it was somebody else that you would want to be seen with, they would be the one there that actually rock with you like that. But they not. She is. Why not appreciate that more? Do something about it. I've been in that mind frame before. I understand. I get it, but at the same time, it's wrong. It's wrong for us to do that as human beings to each other, male to female or female to male. It's wrong. It should not be done that way. That's not making any situation better. That situation will only get worse. And at the first drop of a dime, when it comes down to it, and although I don't believe that karma is, I don't really believe in karma, but I do believe that our actions tend to pave the way for other things to happen. Like say if a woman that he would be proud of came up to him, or they end up meeting and some shit like that, whether they fucking around or whatever the case is, and then he go to the store, they go to the store and he want her to get out with him. She only want him to get out. Now, I don't really want to be seen with you. How would you feel in this situation? Because although majority of men swear up and down that they don't have feelings, women too, but then motherfucker, stop lying. Every last one of us do. Stop the cap. Stop capping. Yeah, you would feel some type of way. You sure would. And she gonna keep your motherfucking ass over there just like how you did with this other chick when it come down to it. Why? Because the one that rocked with you, you didn't put that time and effort and all kind of shit like that into like how you were supposed to. You scattered the fucking ashes, you just left it. Let it be what it is that it wasn't meant to be. Tend to it, garden it, all of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might feel a little different about what it is I'm saying right here, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. I've done that shit. Results, nigga. Results. What is it that y'all do that you get results out of? If you're a person that's in a position that needs somebody and all of that type of shit, and you got somebody who's willing to rock with you, but you look at them a certain type of way because they rock with you. I've seen that countless times. It's like the only thing that can be praised is bad shit. When somebody's on some fuck shit, that's a different conversation. I'm starting to get off topic. My bad. But we should clean up our lives. I do too. I should too. I am. That's what I'm attempting to do. That's what I am doing. Cleaning up my life. Tending to what it is that means something to me. Not allowing room for any form of insecurity. If you can't find that space or whatever the case is, then you need to leave that motherfucker alone. If you can't clean up your house or whatever the case is, or can't clean up your life the way you want to, or when maybe you need to switch up what it is that you feel like that you want in your life, because clearly that ain't it. Because us being human beings, if we care for something, and every last one of y'all know, if you care for something, your ass is willing to go 10 toes down for that shit. Go to bat for that shit. And you know, if you care about it, yeah, you're going to tend to it. You're going to make sure that it is what it is, that it needs to be, or that it wants to be, or that you want it to be. Take care of your garden. If there's things in there, whether it's woman or many or whatever the case is, tend to them. Garden them. Don't let them feel bad about what it is that goes on, but at the same time, keep a balance. Don't allow your space and shit like that to be dirty and just sweeping things up under the rug and all kind of shit like that, because that shit will pile up on you and it will get to be too much. And by that time, it ain't no telling if you'll be able to handle it or not. What's the point of letting it get that far? At that point, you tend to find things that tend to just fall into it being that way and try to take pride in the negativity or the filth. Leads to filthy minds. filthy houses, filthy lifestyles, filthy children. We gotta clean up. We all do. We gotta clean up. I was just hollering at y'all. Probably finna make another one of these. We'll see what's going on. But I'm down here at the shop where the shit does not stop. I-20 East Podcast. I love y'all and salute.